Tony Stewart, clean sweep at your home track in your home series. First driver to sweep the heats in SRX. Describe the emotions of tonight with everything being stuff that you own.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the PEA, normally I'm running around here about 12 to 14 miles an hour on a tractor, so a little different pace tonight, but really happy. I mean, I knew in the first practice session, I knew we were pretty good. It was just a matter of, trying to stay up with the racetrack and figure out if we were going to need to make changes. But, as good as we were in the 2 heat races, I felt like the track was going to give up, which that's what dirt tracks do, but versus trying to make changes and try to tighten the car up, I felt like I was better off being a little bit too free on the exit and entry and making sure that I could rotate in the center. So just had to try to not make mistakes. When Haley Deegan gets to second in a dirt race, you better be on your toes, because if you make a mistake, she's going to pounce. So when her and Ryan were there and Schrader, I mean, that's 3 guys there that when you look in the mirror, you're like, I cannot afford to make mistakes. And every one of those restarts for at least the first lap or 2, we had to absolutely hit our marks and do everything right.
Obviously, a little bit of concern with the amount of wrecked race cars tonight. It wasn't due to driver aggression, it was a mechanical failure. You've told the media, you told Frontstretch before that you are not a mechanic, but what's the game plan with just 7 days left heading to Lucas Oil to get at least enough to where you can have a 12-driver field heading into Missouri?
I've already talked to Hawk. I mean, we'll be all right. It's just going to be a long week for these guys. The good news, it's not too long of a drive to get to Lucas Oil, but we got enough parts, we got enough pieces, and we got the personnel to do it. It's I'll rally the troops before I leave tonight and pat them on the shoulder and remind them we only got 7 more days, and then you get a week vacation. So this is a group that knows what can happen, and they're prepared for anything. I mean, it was a tough 3 weeks in a row, and or 4 weeks in a row. Well, yeah, 3 weeks in a row, and then week 4 they got a little bit of a break after going to Michigan last week. So thank goodness we had that easy week this past week and got them a chance to catch their breath and get their nose above water and regroup. So these guys will power through it. It's one more week. They can do this standing on their heads.
Last question. I know you obviously owning an NHRA team. Ron Capps here tonight. How much fun was that to be able to race with him and to just be able to get him into the superstar racing experience?
It was funny because he was so nervous. During our drivers meeting last week in Michigan, I took a photo while we were doing the draw, and I can't remember who drew for him, but drew him the pole, and I sent him a photo of it. It didn't even put anything with it. I just sent a picture to it, and he was like, heck yeah. And then he goes, wait, I'm on the pole. So I knew he was pretty nervous about it, but when he went out in the first round of practice, he was 5th on the board. I'm like, all right, he'll be fine. But it made me happy that I was starting behind him. I told him, I said, no matter what you do going into turn 1, I got your back. I said, I'm not going to be right up your rear end. We'll protect you for half a lap. I said, after half a lap, you're on your own. But he did an amazing job. He was wheeling that thing. But I think the hard part for him is not knowing that the track was blowing off and getting slicker, and he just kept driving in at the same pace, and the problem is it finally bit him. But man, if you give him a chance to drive these things on dirt, he's obviously got the talent to do it. He just needs more time.
Gonna try to bring him in full time next year?
I don't know. It's I'm going back to my statement of we got 1 more week. We got to do this standing on our heads. So we'll get through this week and see. I was really happy and proud. He used to come run our Prelude race here with the dirt late model, so I knew he could do it. It's just a matter of getting him some laps in the car, and we made a conscious effort and decision to give everybody 2 rounds of practice versus just the 5 laps and going, okay, there you go race. So I think that made everybody a lot more comfortable getting more laps.
Awesome. Congratulations, Tony. Thanks so much.
This is Blaine Perkins, driver of the number 9 Raceline Wheels CR7 Motorsports Chevy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.